Aquarius. Extra, extra. Aquarius, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. This is an energy reading, so it applies wherever Aquarius energy influences your natal chart. You can apply these themes, or if you're dealing with a Libra. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, interesting. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, you can apply these themes. Now, there's always an extended video. What that means is I take tarot and I work through the energies we come up with here, and I get the details, and it personalizes the reading. It also includes your full romance reading for this week. That link is in the description box below. I welcome you to join me. I do personal readings, Aquarius, so if you are interested, please do email me at bornwithoutboundaries@gmail.com. There's information about it in the description box as well, and we'll get the ball rolling. And I do a live, just a general reading every single Monday through Thursday over on my Instagram feed. So please join me there, born_without_boundaries on Instagram. I'm going to start off, Aquarius, with your crowning energy. Basically, that's going to impact the entire reading. What energy impacts the entire reading? It's going to direct it. And then, of course, the central energy, which is really the bulk of your challenges. And the grounding energy is what's going to hold you down and help you make it through. So let's see. Crowning energy. Ooh, bring your ideas to life. What are you working on? And this you're quite enthusiastic about. And I honestly feel like this is your safety zone right now, Aquarius. Like, it's something that you have going on in your life. I think there's a lot that's making you uncomfortable right now. I'll get into it. I don't really know why right now, but I think there's a lot that's making you uncomfortable. You're not showing it on the outside, but there's a lot that's making you uncomfortable. It's a lot that's changing. And being a fixed energy, change isn't really something that comes naturally to you, even though I know you're air sign, but you do like to understand, kind of, not philosophically, really just be able to comprehend what's happening, and have your hand in the pushing of all the players on the board. And when you can, not that you're controlling, but you like to be a contributor at the table. If this is not the case and everything's coming at you all at once, or if things are emotional right now, that could cause a lot of unrest in you. You wouldn't be, the way that you would be acting out, which is to be further and further withdrawn. Less and less expressive, or more and more focused on what this is, which is a new idea, bringing something to life, maybe going even harder on that business that you're developing, or working even harder, or accelerating the production of the project that you're working on. Whatever it is that you can basically use as your outlet for emotions and energy, that's where you're going to put your whole self into right now. It's almost like you're driven to start creating something new, because you know this old way of life, this way that you've grown accustomed to, is changing. It doesn't necessarily feel the most comfortable. I don't think that you're fighting it. I just don't think that you're letting yourself cry about it. And for some of you, it may kind of need that level of let yourself cry it out and let it be done, in which case you would definitely keep that to yourself. Nobody would know. They wouldn't. They would just kind of see you disappear, or wouldn't hear from you for a couple of days. Or, and on the outside, all you'd be doing is just continuing to get more and more into or dedicated to whatever is driving you, or whatever cause you've jumped on, because this is a great way for you to get away from your emotions, feel productive, feel in control of your circumstances. Like I said, this is not about control. It's actually about emotion and comfort. And this is what you're thinking about, and you're focusing. You're making yourself, you're choosing to. There is something new that is happening, and you are busting your butt in order to get it done. You're hard at work, and it's something that's coming like a brainchild of yours. I would say it's definitely your brainchild, but it could also just be not not necessarily entrepreneurship, but definitely something bigger and something that excites you. So it's a nice place to put your energy. Dream the world into being. Your future is going to be informed by your past. There's a looming sense of connection to your roots, to those spirits or ancestors, or even just memories of people who matter to you from the past. You're not looking back, you're looking forward. And a lot of times this card comes up when you are trying to accomplish something that somebody in your life, a past loved one, never got a chance to fulfill. So there's a sense of you standing in the center, looking back at all they wanted to accomplish and looking forward either to accomplish yourself or somehow be a part of that forward moving progress. In other words, you're at a crossroads of your own life's work. That time between the inspiration that it took to get you here and where that inspiration is going to take you from here. This is your energy. It's the truth. It's just being truthful and being honest. But it's for you. I think you're being tight-lipped. I don't think you're spewing a lot. However, you're kind of sick and tired of the status quo. 100%. Except maybe your status quo, which you didn't really want to see change. But there's a sense of, if this has to change, then everything's going to change. If the change is coming, then I'm just going to be full in. I'm not going to resist anything. Why? Because I can't hold on to certain bits and pieces but have to let go of others. It has to be complete. And I think once again, this is an emotional catharsis for you. A sense of, if it's gonna be restart, it's gonna be a hard restart. It's gonna be everything new. So this is a really new time in your life. And this card suggests it's a developmental time. It is a time when you are taking the next step into maturity. So it could be retirement, or it could be, is some sort of coming of age. It doesn't have to be retirement, but think of what happens. Use retirement as the metaphor, using retirement as the metaphor. Think of what happens in retirement. You don't not become yourself. You're not yourself anymore, but you certainly are. Your focus and your whole life's intent and what you do day to day, all of those things is changing. And that's what you're experiencing right now. A beautiful energy of benefiting from the past, benefiting from your past, growth, expansion, change for the better. Usually change for the better, especially with it upright. Ooh, magic works through you. You are definitely busting your butt to take care of somebody, to take care of a project. It's about making the world a better place, healing the world. This is also transcending, like something from that was dead coming back to life. So you could have had a former self, a former version of yourself, something that you always wanted to do in life, the person that you really wanted to be before life took over. Now it's coming back. And the truth about who you are is coming out. The truth about the person that you buried deep down inside of yourself, it's all coming out. Now, during a time like this, I would not be surprised if old friends drop away and new friends come in. I would not be surprised if old interests drop away and new interests take your mind in a totally new direction. Like I said, there's a sense of not really wanting to hold on to anything that was old, but literally rising from the ashes and being brand new. Be here now. This is Libra energy. And do you remember I accidentally said Libra? I don't know if you're dealing with a Libra, but this is a sense of a Libra being at the center of your reading. Partnership. So it could very well be your relationship with others is shifting and changing. Though I will say this, it's almost like you're trying to, you know that they're going to shift. You know that they're going to change. So it's like you're trying to take a screenshot of them as they are right now. There's a beautiful last look that you're taking right now to just enjoy everything that is the gorgeousness, the beauty of this moment, because you know that you're going to have to let the moment go. You know it. You know that's on the horizon. So it's almost like you're taking little screenshots of it in your mind or in your heart and appreciating it so much more than if it was just any other day. Use your mind wisely when pigs fly. So this is making the impossible happen. So the impossible has suddenly become not only the possible, but the probable. This is a sense of doing the impossible or achieving what you would have thought, or maybe your mom and dad or grandparents would have thought was the impossible, or what would have been impossible for them, breaking through and achieving it. This is also entertaining the ridiculous, like not allowing yourself to believe that anything is impossible. So being broad-minded and open-minded to the future that is ahead of you. Because to be honest with you, if you're going to start a whole new lifestyle, the newness is more to let the past go and not cry about it than it is to plan and prep for, anything new. Though I have to say, there is something that you're excited about. There is a bit of excitement. It's sincere excitement. I don't think that you're afraid. This isn't fear, but there is a sense of hidden melancholy. That's just what I'm picking up. Detours. Your life is taking a whole new direction. This is Sagittarius energy. This is being more spontaneous, allowing a little bit more, not chaos into your life, but improvisation. This is also tricky, wily. So you could be picking up on a sense of things that didn't work, or a sense of who you like and who you don't like, a feeling maybe you're getting of somebody that might try to take advantage of you. It's a shapeshifter. So that's what it is. It's you shifting shapes. You might be becoming something that you never thought you'd be. It doesn't necessarily have to be rich and famous, but it could be. It could also be you're becoming a parent. It could also be you're getting married when you swore you never would. That's the sense. This all of a sudden, what you thought you'd never become is suddenly where you're headed. And it's not because you were pushed there. It's because it looked good. And last but not least, in your central energy, here we have the more Cancerian energy, which is to let go. You are different. This is a realization that you changed, and you're not gonna change back. Tadpoles turn into frogs; they don't go back. Caterpillars turn into butterflies; they don't go back. You know that this change is permanent, and I think that that's why you're capturing these freeze frames. You're capturing these screenshots of your life right now in your head, because you know very, very well, but that the past is over, and that what you're experiencing right now is the last little remnants of it, and you are ready to let go when the time comes, but you are going to wait till the 59th second of the 11th hour, because what you're letting go of, you love. But it's time. Grounding your energy. Grounding energy is coming out quick. That's beautiful, actually. Two cards. Make your ideas real. This is awakening to your power, and then think on your feet. Fox asks you to be malleable and to be quick-witted and improvise. This is more Sagittarian energy. I don't know if you're trying to make something work with a Sagittarian, but there is a sense of rooting yourself and feeling your power, and somehow figuring out how to pull strings in this manipulative or in this chaotic climate in your life right now. This is also weaving the tapestry of your life, maybe adding to the tapestry of ancestors. This is usually grandmother energy. Wouldn't be interesting if your grandmother was a Sagittarius. There is a sense of adding on to that tapestry or finishing the weaving of the dreams that she began. There is also a sense of right now, you could be feeling like you're being pulled, kind of like a marionette, but you're not. You're not. Interesting. And this is your grounding energy. I need another card. I just want one. I got two. They flipped out and they flipped. Hold on. They flipped together. So we'll do it. It's a double meaning. It's a combined meaning. There's always enough, but it's upside down. There's not always enough. In fact, maybe there's not enough information to move forward quite yet. Or there's not enough comfort to come completely to the surface. But something is lacking and the patience is waning. And then be playful. That's what this is. There's not enough fun in your life. There's not enough play. There's not enough up. There's not enough happiness. Everything is sort of bogged down and feeling a little bit gloomy right now. Hold on, I want to think about this. I get it, because I heard it as I was looking. You really have to be creative and quick-witted right now, because you know you're trying to navigate your way through kind of a rough patch. Not a rough patch that's going to end you. It's not. But there is a sense of it's not. I don't think it's a rough patch as much as it is an uncomfortable patch where you have to be extremely creative. It's like duck and weave, duck and weave, duck and weave. Being ready, being malleable, knowing that you have to be flexible. Why? Usually because you don't have enough resources. You have this energy of, maybe you don't have enough options. You don't have enough resources. There's something that is lacking, whether it's money or partnership, feeling like you're always doing it alone, feeling like nobody is helping you, or knowing that you're losing a major support system in your life. Maybe because they're leaving and they're getting another job or something like that. There's a sense of losing a major support in your life. So knowing that you're going to have to do more than you normally did on your own, and trying to figure out and learning how to be very malleable and dexterous right now so that you can keep up with and roll with the punches, and maybe even shift things, shape-shift things, change things, or change the look of things so that you can keep up with them all now. Hold on, I want to show you the cards. Yeah, you're trying to roll with the punches right now. It's almost like you are living, it's like dual-minded right now. It's like holding on to those last moments of the life that you recognized as you prepare for and try to hit the curveballs for all the newness that's coming into your life. There is something that's lacking. Being very serious and just not having enough. There is a sense of being very serious about not having enough. Maybe picking something up a notch, about not having everything that you want. And realizing now, as the shift happens and comes closer and closer in your life, comes closer and closer to something that you actually have to deal with. The metaphor that I used, Aquarius, is, say you worked with you ran a company, right? And you worked with a phenomenal director of marketing or VP of marketing, and they took your company exactly the direction that you wanted. They worked with you for 15, 20 years, and now they announced they're leaving. They're retiring, or, they're finally going to start a family of their own, or something like that. So there is a sense of, it's not hatred, it's happiness. You're happy for the change, but also the fallout that it's going to have in your life. So you are trying to roll with the punches and figure out, well, what's the next step going to look like? Because you're wise enough to understand that if you try to replace what you're losing, you're never going to be able to do it. So what does the new model look like based on the resources that are coming in now, right? Because you can't keep the same model. Why? Because whatever you're losing, and no, I don't think it's death. I just think something is moving on. It's like whatever is leaving, whatever part of your life is dropping away, it can't be replaced. So what does the new look like now? That's the question that I keep getting. I'm going to answer that question with tarot. Please do join me for the extended. We'll do a full spread and articulate. And then also your love reading is going to be over there as well. Link is below. Aquarius, I'll see you guys over there.